Welcome back to the Cozy Rosy Crochet channel. Today I am spending the week with you as I get ready for a new pattern photo shoot. I have the Summer Wool Festival this weekend coming up, and I also have my big Christmas in July sale starting this weekend too. It's going to be quite a week, so spend it with me as we get everything done. Now that I've secured the coffee, this is a decaf because what time is it? It's already 9:15 and I'm 3 coffees in. I do drink a lot of coffee, and I'm starting this week off with my normal routine. I am out a little bit later this morning because I have a doctor's appointment, and the chances are they're going to check my blood pressure. It's a wellness check, so I need to make sure that my blood pressure isn't too high. So I've already switched to the decaf. My first job every week is always to update my planner. I review what's on my Trello list so I know where I am in all the many projects that are running at the moment. This week is incredibly busy because of the photo shoot tomorrow. This morning I've got the doctor's appointment. This afternoon I need to finish the blanket. We have ends to weave in still, quite a few of them actually. I have the other blankets still to finish, and I want to just make sure that everything is set up for the week. And then obviously I've added in this chance to spend some time with you as well, which I love and I'm very grateful for. So I've got a little bit more time before I head out. I'm going to finish my planner, and then I'm going to take it to the doctor's with me, and then it's going to be back to get these blankets finished, ready for the shoot tomorrow. So good to get those last few ends woven in on the full Heritage 8 blanket, ready for the photo shoot tomorrow. And I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon crocheting the day away, working on the other version, which is just an extension of one of the featured square patterns. A nice unique feature in this blanket, but I'll probably talk more about that with you a little bit later on. And I'm probably going to see you on Tuesday morning. Unfortunately, I am still working on the blanket. It is going to be photographed as a whip project. Unfortunately, that probably means that I'm going to need to be on camera. As you know, I've got my hairdresser's appointment this morning before I go to the photo shoot, so that is well timed. But I did get quite a lot done yesterday. I think I did about maybe 5 repeats, which is quite a lot of this blanket. So I've added at least, I would say, about that much yesterday, but of course do have to watch the hand health, and my wrists were really starting to hurt towards about tea time yesterday, so I did stop and rest overnight. I've got this ball that I don't think I would be able to work in before I leave, but I do have about an hour, and from my rough calculations, so I've done that, and I did, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half repeats. I think I've only got about 4 rows to go before I can add the edging on, but it does mean that I will have worked about 180 rows in this blanket, which still doesn't seem that much, but it does look so stunning. This is one of the squares that is going to feature in the Cable Comforts crochet along, but I've transformed it into a blanket, and that's very unique for the whole pattern. Like all the different 8 squares, you're going to be able to transform into a full blanket. I do think the stitch definition looks really good in Stylecraft Special Aran. Of course, I do love it, and I think it looks really good. For some reason, I feel like I'm losing my voice, so maybe I'm running myself a little bit ragged. What else is on the list for today? Let's have a little look. I think, no, this is it. The hairdressers and the photo shoot is going to be enough. So my hair is booked for 11:30. I'm going to take you along with me for that to see how she can transform all of this glorious hair. I do, because I am actually naturally blonde, not this blonde, but a form of blonde, I'm going white, not grey, which is fun because it is quite hard to colour, which is an amazing hairdresser. So she will be transforming this absolute mess. And then I'm gonna have to come back. I've got a couple of outfits picked that I will share with you. I don't know what I'm gonna wear in the end for this photo. Not gonna be this dirty old cardigan. Need to redo the face so it looks like it will work on camera. I think I've still got foundation on my lips because I am rushing a bit this morning. So that's at 11:30. The photo shoot is booked for 2. I've loaded the chair that I'm using for the photographs, and I've got the blanket that's finished with the tails woven in a bag ready. Got a couple of outfits to choose from and a few bits to style with. Nothing major, just the chair really. And then as much of this as I can, and I probably will have to photograph this as a whip rather than a finished project, and then hopefully she'll let me pop back in with some finished photos. I'm sure she will. You haven't, if you, no, you must have met Khandie before because she did my photo shoot for my Christmas collection, which I'll pop a photo in here for you of some of those photos because they are absolutely beautiful. I'm excited to see how she styles this. I left her to her own devices when it came to the Christmas collection, and my God, it is just sells those patterns so beautifully. Anywho, I'm gonna crack on and get a few more rows of this blanket done. Hopefully, I might even get time to edge it before 2 o'clock, but I can't take it to the hairdressers because I'm not risking getting any of my hair on this blanket or in this blanket. And the last stitch. Let's join. And I'm just going to bring this up because hopefully I don't think I have time to do any other edging on this. You ready? Yeah. That looks good enough to me. So, gonna fasten off. Oh, not that big. Do you know what? I can always add more edging if I want to. Oh, right. However, because it's a finished blanket, I now need to weave these ends in. I'm gonna go grab my yarn needle. Just had a quick chat with Khandie, the photographer, who you're going to see in a minute, because that's when I'm going to see you next is, oh no, I'm probably going to see you at the hairdressers actually, but yeah, coffee is cold, still going to finish it. Oh, wow. What time is it? I think it is about 10:05. So it has taken me, yeah, just over half an hour, maybe 40 minutes to edge all the way around in single crochet, but the corners look crisp. Look at that beauty. And yeah, the edging is pretty much perfect. A bigger bold edging would take away from the beauty. Let's just tell ourselves that. Right, I'm gonna go weave these ends in. I have my steamer is already in the car, so I'm gonna steam this blanket on set. But yeah, really looking forward to it. Oh, I also grabbed Khandie's coffee order. Gotta pick up some caffeine on the way. She's a decaf girl, I am not. So this is my last coffee until I get to the studio for the photo shoot.
I like your trainers. They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah,
You've got
I really
such
like
stinky
them.
feet. They're recycled plastic as well. You've got such... Oh, thank you. I'll send you the money.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well,
No, you won't.
watch me.
No.
Oh, thank you. What's this?
It's a Boston cream.
What's that?
Boston cream muffin. It's my favourite. I love to feed
Okay, this is really good. I want it to look like it's a home.
I love the curtain.
Do you want the fake floor or no floor?
Unless the floor is going to go right up to the edge.
It can. That's... Capture that area.
I actually quite like it hanging at the back like that.
Nice, isn't it?
I think the flowers look good though.
I've got more flowers you can add there.
I'll have to.
That's better, we've got some depth in it. When you say detail, are you what, mostly portrait or landscape?
So I need, the cover is always that way, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then I need some that way for insides.
Okay.
God, I can't know what I'm doing as well, doesn't it?
Good job. One was needs to.
I know, I really like that. That's perfect.
Okay, and I'll do some landscapes like that then, yeah?
Yes, please. How is that for timing? Left Khandie at 4:10, and already we have edited photos, and it is currently 7:30, and I think she sent this email. What time did she send this? Gosh, an hour ago. Wow, can't beat it. So good to see these photos. Look at the detail of all those stitches, and the stitch definition is shouting. I love it. Khandie did rope me into some face shots, but we'll live with it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Happy Wednesday. It is coffee time, and while I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to edit what I've filmed so far for the vlog, so it makes it a little bit more interesting for you to watch. Welcome back to the Cozy Rosy Crochet channel.
Wow, that's echoey.
Welcome back to the Cozy...
Nope, worse.
Reduction. The Cozy Rosy Crochet channel, and
That's
today
better.
I'm taking you behind the scenes.
Right, let's get edited up to today.
First thing I need to do is get sorted from all the stuff from yesterday. I also have 2 workshops this weekend, and in my workshops people get little booklets for their workshops. Let me give you a close-up of these. I have 2 different workshops on this weekend. One is to crochet a sunflower with me. We actually make the smallest size because the pattern is written for 3 different sizes, and these are just my examples. I also have a learn to crochet workshop as well, and everybody gets a printed like handout type thing as well. And the thing that I see a lot of people using after I've taught them is my kind of conversion chart. It tells you how to do the stitch along with the name for both US and UK terms. And then for the sunflower, they get the different leaflet with, oh, come back, with a photo tutorial and things like that. They of course get my links to my website and my YouTube channel. But we've got to get everything packed up for the list. The yarn I use for my beginners is very simply Paintbox Yarns Simply Chunky. It's a great kind of bargain yarn, really, especially at the moment. I think it's on sale. Pop a link here for you. It's just a chunky weight. Recommended hook size is 6mm, and yeah, I love it. I think it's great. It doesn't split when you're learning to crochet, so I have 1 ball for each person coming along, and then I just use a scrap ball. I'm using the same yellow that I use for the sunflowers, just because then I don't have to take so much for myself. And I have my own hook, which I think is in here already. So my box has already been used and open. I leave it upside down so I know it's mine. And then this should hopefully be enough for everybody. So I have 8 6mm for my beginners, 8 balls of yarn for the beginners, and I just need to sort out everything for the sunflowers. My Wednesday is kind of done. I'm to work shortly, so I'm going to go and get myself a drink, get myself something to eat, and do a bit of a tidy up. You've already seen that things get a little bit messy around here when we're running up to a show, so I need to make sure that everything around the house is where it should be, just to help my day run a little bit easier. Tomorrow I'm going to go out and get that stock counted, so that's probably where I'm going to meet you tomorrow. But I'm tired, so I'm going to go and grab a final coffee for the day before work, make sure that everything is as tidy as it can be, and I'm ready for those last kind of hours before I'm going to go and load into the show. So I will see you tomorrow after a little shift at work. Good morning and happy Thursday. It is another working day today for me. I've got another shift this afternoon, so this morning I am getting everything charged that I need, the iPad, the card reader, etc, etc. I've also got to finish up all my price cards and things to display my sale prices, because they are going to be featuring, or they're going to be available at the show. So I'm just printing out the book prices because they're on sale. So they're going to be on sale at the Summer Wool Festival, as well as being available on my shop. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a busy morning, I think, because I've left some things in storage that need charging. So one of the other things I'm doing today is working out what samples I might wear at the show and getting those ready to go in. I have a huge amount of samples on my stand showcasing my finished projects and inspiring people to make garments that they can wear regardless of what size they are. All my garment patterns are size inclusive, up to 5XL, and I want to make sure that people know that without having to have a conversation with me. I'm really conscious of the fact that we all have different levels of sociability, and actually a couple of times at the Wool Monty I was caught kind of hiding in my corner because it gets a little bit overwhelming. So not to stop people talking to me, but if they don't want to have a conversation, they don't have to. So I still have these kind of laminated sheets with pattern information on there. In this case, it's got the option for a kit as well. And all the information is on here. What yarn the sample was made in, what weight yarn it uses, the sizes it's made in. So they don't have to ask me any questions if they don't want to. Of course, it can also be a conversation starter. But these have to go on the hanger with a plastic clip, which then get clipped to this. This is obviously shiny, so in some lightings it's not really that useful. So I've developed a different way to hang these things, and it's like I've actually got one there. It's based on the things you get at hotel rooms, do not disturb signs. So it's not quite as good as that, but it just fits over the hanger and it has the similar information on it. So pattern information, yarn used for the sample, and how much the pattern costs. So it's just my way of managing my samples a little bit better on the stand. I'm probably going to be wearing this at least on one of the days over the weekend, and then I've got my colourful version to go over a plain top as well, because I love to develop like product signs and more ways of communicating my pricing with people so that there's no unnecessary conversations. I hate talking about money, and asking for money, even though it's my product and I'm proud of them, I still feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I always have very clear pricing for everything. This is probably the worst thing. This sits atop my pattern spinner, and it's impossible to read. So the next thing to do that I've run out of time for this time is to develop a way of having something clipped on the actual pattern spinner with the pricing, because yeah, it is what it is. But I'm really proud of these and I think they look really blooming nifty actually. Right, what time is it? I keep doing time checks, more for myself. It is 9:30. I have to run to the storage unit, grab my kind of box for events to put all of this stuff in there and do a final stock check ready for the sale starting tomorrow. Then I'm going to be going to work. So it is 9:30 and my day at home is pretty much done. So alongside price cards and things that live in this box are all the essentials that I need to hopefully run a show successfully, including the power cords I couldn't find earlier, cable ties, they are essential for securing my grid wall together. I've got parcel tape for the Southern Wool Show, which is my next show. Is it? Yeah, Southern. Lovely. Empty bag. Now, someone gave me this and it's possibly now become one of my essential items. Are you ready for this? And the Summer Wool Show is notoriously hot, but this year it's probably going to be the coolest it's ever been when I've been to it. So I'm going to run through a couple more of the essentials and then get moving, because it is now, what time is it? 10:40. I have to leave for work in about an hour and I still need to get some things done. So that's another essential. These are table clips. These hold my tablecloth in position. That's what I was looking for this morning. I can get that charged. Cable snips, a staple gun, a power charger bar thing, that's essential. The top of my mannequin, I take one full body mannequin, the rest are flat, so they fit and hang nicely. Internet, just in case I need it. Again, need to charge that. That is from when I was filming at the last show. Pliers, scissors, bulldog clips, double-sided tape, so safety pins and kind of quilting clips. They help me fit my samples onto the flat mannequin so they look normal. So I'm going to drink this, get this all packed up and go to work. And when I get back from work will be the final show prep. I'm not going to share that with you because it's all computery. Do the final stock count, going to update the amounts, the prices, and then get everything starting to go live, ready for tomorrow morning. Happy Friday! It's finally the day that we get to load into the show and get everything set up and hopefully make it all look really pretty for you. Had a bit of a faff getting into the storage unit. They've changed the system. I'm not a great one for change, especially when it doesn't work. Anyway, it's all been fed back. The car is loaded, just about to leave to go and set up, and I am loving the weather forecast for the weekend. Going to be mostly sunny, but a little bit overcast for Saturday and Sunday, but no rain, thank goodness. We're here, ready to set up and ready to go. Sadly, it is not quite this quick to get everything set up on my stand. Pretty much everything is ready to go for the show, apart from all my paper products, like my books and my patterns, as in nearly all my stock, because it can get a little bit damp in there. There were a few wasps about, but we managed to get away with not having to deal with them. I hope that you are getting ready to start your Christmas projects, because from today there's only 6 months until Christmas Day, hence the start of the Christmas in July sale. Thank you so much for spending the week with me this week. It has been quite a big one, and I'm really excited to share part 2 of this video with you that's going to feature a little bit more about these wonderful neighbours, and of course I'll get to show you my very own finished and set up stand too. Thanks again for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.